Okay, and then over to Ask the Expert now. Southampton. How are they gonna fare this season?
I think it's going to be a very tough season. I'll be interested to see, firstly, the style of play that Russell Martin goes with this season, because I think if we kind of go with how we did it last season, we were kind of flying by the seat of our pants a little bit last season in the Championship and got away with stuff that you probably wouldn't get away with against better teams. So I'm hoping he's a bit more pragmatic with the way that we play, because I think if we continue, playing out from the back at all costs, which is what we pretty much did for most of the last season, I think we get our pants pulled down quite a few times by some of the teams that are a lot better at pressing than perhaps teams in the Championship were. So that's the first thing. I think we're still desperate for a goal scorer. Okay. Do
you think Adam Armstrong can deliver the volume in the Premier League?
Yeah, it didn't really last time. Adam's always scored goals in the Championship pretty regular. And obviously was our top goal scorer last season. I think he'll need help. I think we need to find somebody who can kind of guarantee us between 15 and 18 goals next season to give us a realistic chance of staying up, I think.
Yeah, Che Adams has left the club now, so that's a bit of firepower gone there.
Yeah, but again, Che didn't really, the last season we were in the Premier League, didn't really catch fire at all. And he's, don't get me wrong, he puts a good shift in for the team, he holds the ball up, but his finishing at times is kind of Championship standard, if I'm honest. He had a little purple spell. I think it was back in 1920 season, where he looked like a really good player. He was confident and he was scoring regularly, and then he kind of had a bit of a dip. So he's going to need to be replaced. And if we can find somebody who can get that around that 15 goal mark in the Premier League, it will give us a chance, because we do play some good football and we do create chances.
Well, on creating chances, Adam Lallana is back. So, what do you see his role this season? A bit older, obviously, the last time he was here, but
I don't see him playing a massive role in terms of starting 30 Premier League matches. I think he'll kind of be more of a player that might start 15, 16 matches and then be used as a substitute impact player for games. But I think he's also been bought for his little bit of experience around the changing room, to set a good example to the players in the changing room, the younger players, and obviously he knows the club pretty well, and I think it's good to see him back. He's also, I know he's done all his coaching badges and he's looking to go into that side of things as well. So I could almost see him like a player coach type role. I think that'll be the way it will go.
And we did see you on the Sky cameras sitting next to Adam Lallana. Was there any Agent Tiss involved? Did you was you giving him a little word? Did you fancy coming back?
Well, he that day he already knew he was coming back.
Oh right, okay.
So when he came, he came into the hospitality area where we were sat. He was actually sat on my table. He was sat next to me on the table in hospitality, and he sat down and all right, mate. I said, what are you doing? I said, it's been released, haven't you? And he kind of looked at me a bit sheepishly and he went, I'm coming back, but I can't tell anyone. Obviously, there's no medical had been done at that point, so he was like, so I was like, okay, your secret's safe with me, it's fine. So yeah, I didn't need to persuade him. The deal was already done.
No, he was already there. Oh, right. Yeah, great player though, great technique, keeps the ball well.
I loved it. He was one of my favourite players. Him and Ricky Lambert. During our renaissance back in the Premier League, they were the two players that I used to go to St Mary's to watch.